What up, YouTube? Today is chest and back, and it's round 3. This is the beginning of round 3. So I'm gonna start off with the flies, do a little warm up, nice and light, before I move into the working set. Yeah, this feels pretty good. Might move this up. So last time I did this was a while ago. Main difference between round 4 and round 3 is going to be how many rest days I do. So I'm going to be doing 2 days instead of 3. So last time I did this was max weight 240, and I did 19 and a half reps. So I got to beat that. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. Come on. Okay. 21. All right, now we're immediately moving into incline press. The rep range on this should be 1 to 3. Last time I did it was 245s and a 5 on each side for 4 reps. So I've moved up 10 pounds. And we're going to see how many we can do. I think I could at least do 2. We'll see. All right. And the good thing is I got safeties on here to catch it if I go to failure. All right. Here we go. Slipped on it with my hand. It's not good. Let's see if I can get one more out. Well, I could do a drop set. Maybe that's what I do. All right. Let's see. Technically, I'm only supposed to do 1 set, but I slipped on it with my hand. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, my chest is gonna be toast. Palm up, pull down, 220 pounds. Last time I did this, I did 6 reps, so I gotta beat that. And the rep range for this is 6 to 10. So once I get close to 10, I know I can go up in weight. What's funny is at this point, this weight's way more than I weigh, so it wants to send me flying up. I probably need to adjust this. Let's see. All right, here we go. All right. Oh. Oh. Get a better grip. All right, well, 7. Yeah, my grip was giving out on that. I can tell today I'm a little low on energy. I didn't do a good job eating enough food today to fuel this workout. All right, so last thing is deadlifts. Ooh, it's gonna be brutal. There's something about these chest and back workouts. If you get enough carbs, I definitely have a great pump going on right now. Almost got a pretty decent bicep pump just from that pull down. That grip's kind of off. I don't know if these guides are meant for this. All right, we got to at least do one more. I'll tell you what, it definitely gets your heart rate up. I think I got one more in me. So I fixed my grip, made it a lot easier. Last time I had this too close. As soon as I widened it, it felt a lot easier. All right, not too bad. Yeah, today I'm definitely feeling low in energy. I'll make a little note in my book. Also maybe write down what I ate today so I'm tracking. Woo! Workout complete. Feeling pretty good, got a nice pump. I will say my energy levels were a little low. I think some of that was based on what I ate the night before and today. So that's just a little side note that I gotta make. Also, after doing those deadlifts, I know everyone raves about them because it's a compound movement. You're working out pretty much everything on the backside of your body. But part of me wonders, now some of this could be just the fact that I never do them, so I suck at them and that's why I don't like them. That's something I've noticed If it's a new exercise and I suck at it, I hate it. But if I get really good at it, all of a sudden, I like it. Go figure. So I will acknowledge part of me's wondering, well, how much of it is because I'm weak in this movement that I don't like it? That could be a factor. What I will say though is I'm wondering, is it worth, like, is the reward worth the risk? Very similar to flat bench. You see all these people getting injured on flat bench, whether that's tearing their pec or messing up their rotator cuff with their shoulder based on technique and going too heavy. And so I wonder about that with the deadlift as well. Is this kind of a similar exercise where you could get injured? Because as I was doing it, man, I could just tell, like, if my technique is off and I'm going heavy, I could see easily pulling my lower back and getting a herniated disc. Not saying that would happen, but as I'm doing the exercise, that fear in the back of my mind does exist, where I'm like, oof, if I don't do this right, I could really mess up some stuff with my back. And I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, especially once you start deadlifting insane amount of weight. I'd be curious to see people that do that, the longevity of them when they get older. Because a lot of the stuff I do as well is not just to look good, it's also to be able to feel good when I get older. And so I'm always thinking about mobility. And some of these guys that do some of these big compound movements, they end up messing up their body. They just tear it apart. And I don't know, like in day-to-day life, when am I ever going to have to pick up something that heavy? Is it nice to be strong enough to do that? Sure. But in my day-to-day routine, other than actually training for that, is this practical movement to be going that heavy with? And I know people that do it all the time and lift really heavy, they'll probably see the amount of weight I'm doing and thinking, oh, well, dude, you're not even deadlifting that much weight. You're just weak and whatever. And that may be true. I'm just telling you my honest opinion after doing it for a while. It's been over a month now. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze with that movement. I can say very safely, knock on wood, I've been working out for 18 years and I've never had any major injuries. And I also never did deadlifts. I also stay away from flat bench press. I find that the incline is just a lot safer, especially with me doing it on that Smith. If it's too heavy, I can just let go and it catch it. Also, I'm kicking myself. I feel like I could have done 2 reps on that incline bench, but literally my wrist, like my grip slipped, and after it was down at the bottom, it wasn't moving. Maybe if I had some momentum, I could have slung it back up. But it is what it is. I at least got 1 rep on it clean, and that's way more than I was doing before I started this program, which is exciting, which means I'm definitely getting stronger. But yeah, I'm kind of leery on this with the deadlift. I would almost rather replace it with, since I'm doing that pull down, I'd almost rather replace it with maybe a pullover. That's a movement I really enjoy, but also I'm pretty strong in that, and so some of this might be personal preference, might be based on how good you can perform the exercise as well. Yeah, I just don't know. Like immediately my mid lower back is completely fatigued, and if I would have kept going, I could see that's where injuries happen. It definitely got worked, I could tell you that much. My goodness, definitely got worked. But out of all the exercises, that's the one where I'm like, not so sure. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll stick with it for now. But if anything happens, just remember this little snippet where I said I was kind of leery of it. So today is Friday. It's about to be the weekend. Get to relax. The way I'm doing it now with 2 days of rest, the next workout is going to be Monday, and it will be legs, which is nice. It means I'm getting to do them a lot sooner than the previous routine. I've seen a bunch of videos where people say they get their best results for legs when they're doing it twice a week. So with the 2 days of rest, I will be hitting legs twice a week, but it'll be, example would be legs Monday. The next time legs would be Sunday based on the spacing. So I might see better results with my legs on the 2 days rest than the 3. With that said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, check out my website in the description below. In there, you can fill out a form and sign up for online coaching directly one-on-one with me. I'll help you with your fitness goals, whether that's losing weight, building muscle, whatever you need. Fill out the form, let me know, and I will reach out to you and help you. And we will see you in the next one.